Victoria, back to you with another review for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Season 12, Episode 14, Season Finale called Disstopia. So, we got the little snippets in the beginning. We got Jasmine, Erica Banks, and Jasmine's friend Erica. They go pole dancing, and then, Erica Banks invites them to the showcase. So, of course, Jasmine and Erica say they're going to go. Jasmine says she's going to bring a man, a man guest. Ain't the man guest ain't nobody, to be worried. Okay, so then we move on to Scrap. He's talking with friends about what, I don't know, I didn't write it down. And then we got Sierra and Spice. They made up the talk. So Sierra wishes that Spice would have given her heads up that Amy, created this whole diss track on her. And then you got Spice wanting to make an excuse saying, she wasn't trying to be messy. And I'm just like, well, Spice, you're messy by everything else. So, what is one extra thing to be messy about? Even though technically you kind of still was messy about it. But, it just, I guess, depends on the person's perspective. As for me, Spice is kind of in the middle. But at the same time, it's just like, it is what it is. I'm not in the music industry, so I can't tell you what's right or what's wrong. I just know for me, what I would have liked in heads up, I guess. Sure, I guess everybody loves Spice because I'm just like, Spice, if this was you, would have wanted a heads up? If you wouldn't have wanted a heads up, then I guess proceed as you've been doing. But if you would want a heads up, then, you got to look at it as like, what would you want happen to you? So that's what happens when you friends with people who are on opposing sides of each other. So I don't know what to tell you. I don't got those type of problems because I don't have many friends, but whatever. So then we have, Sierra made a track, this record about Amy. Let's Spice listen to it. And, Spice loves it and, asks her if she wants to perform it at the showcase. So Sierra says yes, and, good for her. But Spice, talking about she don't want to be messy, but then she want to be messy in the confessional saying, she knows that Sierra didn't write the song. Come to find out she didn't. But I'm just like, a lot of people don't write their music, Spice. But yet here they are in, social media doing the damn thing and, making money from it. So, I'm not going to knock Sierra for trying to make an extra form of income for herself. If it rocks, cool. If not, cool. Because she still has other streams of income. Because everybody at the end of the day, we just trying to survive. So if she want to be a rapper, let her be a rapper. Scrap. Spice. Wow. Anyway, we then get to Kirk and Rashida. I guess Rashida done finally let Kirk back in the house, and, so he brings over some glasses of wine so they can sit down and talk on the couch. And, Rashida tries to justify to us in a confessional, they've been together for almost 25 years, and that's not just something you throw away and just walk away from. There's a lot at stake and whatnot. And if you want to question it further, you could ask old girl Keisha. Which Keisha she talking about? I don't know. Maybe a Keisha down the block. I don't know. If you want to actually go also ask Michelle Obama, and then if you want to actually go also ask Beyonce. Rashida, I understand what you're trying to do, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, from what we've heard, like, here's the thing. I get what you're saying. I never heard nothing about Michelle, so, please enlighten me, anyone who knows what she's talking about with Michelle Obama. As far as Beyonce, we only heard about it. Well, there is numerous, accusations about Jay-Z, but that's beside the point. At least it's not played out on national TV every Tuesday night and she, like, you saying all this, but there's like, your case is broadcast episode for episode to the point y'all this far along and still having this as a storyline for you guys to be on the show. So, it's kind of different because one day you want to say like Jasmine's the op for you, but then we see on social media y'all invited her to the cookout. So it's like I don't know where to go from here. So you can say whatever you want to say, Rashida, but at the end of the day, we know you're gonna stay beside him. So like, I feel like a lot of us don't even really care anymore. Not that we really cared in the first place. But, if you, whatever you want to say, whatever makes you feel better, Rashida, go ahead. You're going to stay beside him. It's been almost 25 years. That's an accomplishment. I'll give you that. That's an accomplishment. A lot of people, like, congratulations, Rashida. Congratulations. There's nothing else for me to say further. But anyway, they make up because Kirk done apologize. He kissing her all up on the couch and stuff. And I'm just like, okay, y'all could cut this at this point. I don't need to see, y'all, we don't need to see nothing else. cut the show. So then we move on to the showcase. Everyone comes early to rehearse, and then we got Bambi talking with Chaotic, confirming that Chaotic is the one that helps Sierra with her rap. So they talk about Amy and then Scrappy and then the beef that Chaotic has with Scrappy. Per Chaotic's words, he did let Scrappy know ahead of time that he's going to be removing his name from the YouTube account or channel, whatever. So Scrappy said that, it was cool and everything, but I guess now it's not cool. So they got a little bit sort of beef going on. And then we find out Shekinah is also performing. And then we have Lil Zane. He's rehearsing, and as she comes up to talk. So she wanted to just let Zane know that because she don't know how things are going to go once they get the DNA test results, that, in the case she has to leave the house, she's just going to have her son that she has with another man go to school, I guess, in the other man's neighborhood or district or whatever the case may be. So Zane's a little bit upset, heard that, it wasn't discussed with him as well, and that she would just come bring it to him now while he's rehearsing and on national TV, on the TV show. I could understand him feeling some type of way, but, she got a point. Like, you be having all these lies, and, we know you be lying because you do not sound convincing at all on your confessionals. So she's like, well, you be having me caught off guard, and, I be finding things out on camera and stuff. She don't say this word for it, I'm just paraphrasing. So it's just like, you'll be all right. And then she, just walks away and said, we'll talk about it later. And I'm just like, well, if you really want to talk about it later, you should just talk about it later. But, thank you for letting us know what's going to happen with for your son. And you know what, Zane? You did this to yourself. All of this, you did this to yourself. Had you just been honest from the get-go, had you just got the DNA test a long time ago, you probably wouldn't even be on the show. But you probably need to be on the show for some little extra coins, which is fine. Everybody, we all broke out in these streets. We all struggling. So I understand. You know what I'm saying? But, if you didn't, you got to think, there's all kind of because of you, bro. Low key. High key. Anyway, we didn't move on to Yandy. She talking with Mendeecees backstage and whatnot, and has her jeweler come and show Mendeecees some, replacement rings and, some watches as bonuses too. And Mendeecees picks a ring, he lets us know that he's still a little hesitant and thinks Yandy's too focused on outward perception, but, he will wear the ring to make her happy. I could kind of see people, how they, feeling like wearing a ring is outward perception or focusing on what other people think. But at the same time, it's just like, some people we just see as like, look, this is a symbol of our love. So if you're not wearing it, what is that showing? Like, especially if you used to wear it every day, now all of a sudden you don't wear it at all. You want to say you lost it or whatever, and you're not making any efforts to try to get a new one. It's like, for why? So I don't want to necessarily say too focused on outward perception. I think it's just kind of like, okay, she's wearing her ring to symbolize y'all love together. So why can't you? And if she were to take her ring off, would you be okay with that? Because, a lot of niggas be talking about like, oh, I wouldn't care. Really? I don't think so. They be saying that, but deep down they just be like, oh, like, why she ain't got her ring on? Like, who she fucking and stuff. Because, that's the first thing niggas go to. Anything that they see is off with you, they gonna think you fucking somebody else. When it's just like, no, why can't I be like you and just be upset and then take it off? But then sometimes these niggas be fucking too. So, that's the what was that word thing? I'm not no psychologist or nothing, but like, they're the ones doing it, but they kind of put it on you. It's not gaslighting. It starts with a P. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. Anyway, so then we have Jasmine. Well, we don't see her, but we see the guy that she, pulled up with, Rich Dollars from New York. What the hell are you doing over here, Rich? Why are you over here, Rich? So he talks with Yandy, Mendeecees, and Shekinah, and I'm just kind of like, why are you here? You came for the season finale as a little big shebang. Like, you only said two things on this episode, but I'm just like, really, Jasmine, like, what was this supposed to do? I feel like she was trying to do this as a flex, but it's like, is this really a flex? You brought Rich Dollars, 1/3 of Creep Squad, to this thing? I guess, I wouldn't feel like that's a flex. If you want to know what's a flex, Jasmine, if you brought Michael B. Jordan, that's a flex. You know what I'm saying? What was that other guy that was also with Lori Harvey that was in that one show with Chloe Bailey, Idris Alba, something like that, something like that. Him, that would be a flex too. Rich Dollars is not a flex, Jasmine. I don't know what this was supposed to do for us, but oh wow, Rich Dollars from New York. When's your flight back to New York, Rich? Anyway, so then we move on to the showcase. It starts, and we have Rallo going first, and then we have Erica B. She's sitting in the back with Rashida and Kirk talking, and then Jasmine and Erica show up to sit with her, so everything goes silent. It gets a little awkward. Goes to commercial for dramatic effect, comes back from commercial for dramatic effect, and then Rashida said, in the confessional, of course, that, all of Jasmine's pop-ups are giving stalker. Stalker to who, Rashida? Last time I checked, Jasmine was invited by Erica Banks. So she was going to visit the girl in the backstage that invited her to the damn showcase. How is this giving stalkeration, Rashida? Rashida, ain't nobody, trying to stalk you or nothing. I mean, if anybody trying to stalk you, it might be Kirk whenever you kick him out the house. I don't think Jasmine trying to stalk you. I mean, I think Jasmine, being messy, especially towards the end of the episode, and, she be doing some things that's like, clearly you just want us to focus on you since, but stalking you, Rashida, I don't think she's trying to do all that. I think that's the furthest thing from the truth. But, let Rashida tell it, Jasmine stalking her and all that stuff. Everywhere that Rashida go, Jasmine want to go to. Let Rashida tell it. So anyway, she gets up and walks away, and then, Kirk and Jasmine talk, and then that's when Erica Banks ends up getting a walk away because she says it's a little awkward for her. So then Jasmine's friend Erica, sits closer to Jasmine as she talks with Kirk, and he apologizes to her, and they kind of make some type of agreement on like child support and getting Cameron's name, last name updated or something like that, so Kirk's name could be on the birth certificate. And, all seems well. So then they get up and they're walking out. But then I guess Kirk felt some type of way that she didn't apologize or take accountability for her wrongdoings and the mess that he felt like she was wrong in doing, which is the text messages. So he kind of turns back and asks her, like, if she got something to say, pretty much not saying, he didn't say that word for word, I'm just paraphrasing. But she says, no, she didn't tell him lying in anything. So he just said, all right, cool, whatever. And, like, he don't believe her and whatnot. I'm like, well, Kirk, we can't know what really was going on because you did leave your text. So it is what it is. So then we get to more of the showcase. So Erica Banks is next to perform. Then we got Chaotic. Then we got Rallo. Then we got Rashida, Lil Zane, Scrappy, Bambi, Amy, Shekinah, Sierra. So after Sierra does her little cipher, she still continues. After the beat done stopped and everything, she's still going, saying stuff about Amy. You got Bambi co-signing in the back and stuff. And then, they bring up Scrappy feeling some type of way that his name keep getting dragged through the mud from Bambi, Amy, and Sierra. Excuse me. So he goes on the mic, trying to plead his case with the audience. Like, Scrappy, look, anything people say, we gonna believe because you be doing those type of things, Scrappy. Like, I don't know why you're like trying to. I mean, it's good to defend yourself, I guess, but like, what are we defending really? Like, when it's kind of like you. So anywho, I don't know if told Scrappy or if it was said on the mic, because too much be going on in this damn show. But, Scrappy found out that Chaotic was the one that helped Sierra with her song. So, I guess he said he wants to go holla at Chaotic. But, when they did the slow-mo, I wrote in my note that he snuck Chaotic in the face. But I don't think it was necessarily in the face. It kind of looked like it was more towards the neck, shoulder area. Like, it didn't look like a... When I watched it 2-3 times, because that's all I didn't have time to keep watching over and over because, I got to move forward. But the slow-mo, it was just like, it wasn't necessarily a fist, but it was kind of like a slow-mo of like, hey, I'm trying to just grab onto your shoulder or something. Like, make contact with you in a forceful way, like, hey, buddy, we got to talk. So Chaotic wasn't feeling that approach, so it looked like it turned into a little shuffle. They were trying to fight. So then it goes to commercial for dramatic effect, comes back from commercial for dramatic effect, security separating them and whatnot, and Spice ends up ending the show. So then we got Scrappy talking to some people, talking his shit, and yeah, Chaotic on the other side talking with some people talking his shit, and trying to explain where they was coming from in this situation. And after the whole drama, Spice is considering canceling the whole album thing. So you got Shekinah. She's talking with like Shekinah, Rich Dollars, Yandy Mendici. So Shekinah was like, no, don't do that. Yandy was like, once people realize this is for the money, they should be coming on board and whatnot. I'm like, well, Yandy, this is why you need to, be there to let them know, like, hey, listen, y'all gonna lose on the bag. Y'all keep doing all this riffraff. But at the same time, Spice, you should have known what you was doing by doing this whole cast album. You knew it was gonna be drama because ain't nobody. It's never a cast where everybody like everybody. So you knew there's gonna bound to be some drama some way, somehow, somewhere. So, but she not gonna cancel it because they about to go on tour and stuff. Let her tell it. And then we move on to this stuff that didn't even need to happen. So apparently, early in the episode, Jasmine was talking about, Mendici's messing around on Yandy with some girl at her bar, or she's friends with someone, and like he be coming to her bar too, and they be messing around with each other. So I guess she afraid to, come out with it. So Jasmine said, "I'm gonna do the dirty work for you, girl." So I think that was the third girl that was with her and Erica. So I think they said her name, but I didn't write it down. Anywho, so you got Jasmine, Erica, and the third girl. They kind of go to get Mendici's and Yandy to kind of bombard them, like, oh, do you know me? Do you know her? And stuff like that. Mendici's was just like, no, if anything, I just asked you for a drink. Like, I go there to drink alcohol. I'm not trying to do nothing. Yandy's quiet at this time. Rich is there too. He's also quiet. So Mendici's not trying to, be there for the drama or whatnot. So he kind of dismisses them and he kind of walks away with Yandy. Rich is kind of following them too. But then you got Jasmine, Erica, and the other girl going after them because Jasmine was like, well, I'm not done talking. So after she goes out there trying to still confront them and like talk to them or whatever she was trying to do, then you got her friend Erica kind of like, continuing like, being the little, minion that she is to Jasmine, teacher's pet. So I guess Yandy gets frustrated. She gets kind of bugged. Well, not gets kind of bugged. She does get bugged with Erica. So of course they kind of go into a little tussle or whatever they could do because security was there to like make sure nothing goes down. You know what I'm saying? So then I guess I don't know if any contact was made, but the fact that Yandy, trying to defend her man, she's like, you're not gonna talk to my man crazy in front of me or whatever. So like I said, I don't know if there was any physical contact made between Erica and Yandy, but that got Mendici's kind of hot, and he's like, ain't nobody about to touch my wife and whatnot. So that kind of made Yandy happy that no matter what, he's gonna defend her as he should. Yandy, I mean, it's a flex because unfortunately there's plenty of marriages where the men don't defend their women and they kind of just like treat their women like they ain't shit. So it is, kind of a flex, but it shouldn't have to be a flex is what I'm trying to get at. It's like it should be no brainer for your man to defend you no matter what, no matter if it's a girl coming after you or a guy. Obviously he shouldn't put his hands on her, even though we see Mendici get a little booked at Erica too, but that's his duty to defend you, Yandy. And the other word I was trying to bring on, I don't even know who was doing it, but there was projecting. I don't know who I was talking about. But that's what I was trying to say. Anywho, so after that, you got Jasmine, Rich, Erica, and the third girl walking away. And Jasmine saying, the fact that Yandy reacted like that is proof that the allegations are true. Not necessarily, Jasmine, but we're just gonna let you roll with that. That's okay, sure, but no, that's not necessarily the case. Just because someone reacts that way doesn't mean they think or is proof that the rumors are true. People have been having rumors like this for the longest. It may be true. I'm not saying it's not, but I'm saying all I'm trying to say is just because she acted like that don't mean that it's proof that the rumors are true. So Jasmine, I don't know what the hell you talking about, but okay. And then, after they leave, Yandy and Mendici leave. And then everyone does their little final say that they always do at the end of every season. And then that's where the episode ends. And then we come to find out that, next season going to be in London because that's where they're going to go on tour. So we're going to see that in 2025. All right, I'm going to watch that shit, bro. Like, you know I'm going to be here. So make sure you be here so we can watch it together and, talk shit. Because what else is there, after this year? I can only imagine what 2025 got to bring. So, we got to watch some, mindless stuff to kind of just ease our mind, take the edge off of the crazy life we live in today's world and society, people. So anyway, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you laughed at least once, please subscribe. If you didn't laugh, that's okay. I can't say come back next week unless you're watching Married at First Sight. And then Love and Hip Hop Miami comes on Monday, November 17th, I think they said. So, I'm gonna be here for that too. And yeah, come back and hopefully I can make you laugh. Then you can subscribe. Then comment down below what you thought about this episode, this season. Be easy, be lemon squeezy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.